the stats from 2023. This is the start of a new year, but we want to kind of look back, you know, what God did. And so I keep track of everything every day almost. So I prayed for 30%. Last year was 31. 2 years ago it was 31% kids signed up Protestant. There was about 1,250 intakes last year. 29% of them signed up as Protestant. So out of this 2,100 here, basically three facilities. Here at Juvenile Hall, there's the intake and the service right over here. So on average, our flock is 40 youth come to church on an average week, the neediest kids in Orange County. And so Bible studies, this is way up from the other years, 1,414. So 68% of kids in Juvenile Hall that go to church also go to Bible studies, okay, which is pretty cool. In YLA, it's over 100%. More kids went to Bible study in YLA than went to church, and that's just the time and well, it's Bob and Ron and Robert did that, and just us being there, having two groups and everything, it went real well. So that's been a great year at YLA. YLA's been a blessing. YGC, 55% of the kids that go to church go to Bible study. So here at Juvenile Hall, guess what unit's the best attended Bible study? Unit Q. And next in line was Unit A with Jaime and Nancy. Third was the girls, so Unit M. So that's kind of been the best attended Bible studies. And you know, we would love to add a Bible study in the intake units, okay? There are more kids in the intake units than at YGC. There's more kids in the intake units than in YLA. They cannot shut the door. They cannot turn them out. More kids just continually come back. And they're not all repeats. They're new kids. New 14, 15-year-olds are just out of control. So the one-on-ones, you know, this is, they fill out a request on their preference form, or they get one of those little slips. 437 kids did that. 121 of them were in Unit Yankee, the intake. Q was 83. YGC went up to 79, and I got things fixed over there with the new assistant director, and all of a sudden I was able to see kids without making an appointment. And so kids fill out requests, so I did a lot more one-on-ones over there, and then 55 at the Youth Leadership Academy. Just 8 kids a week fill out a request slip one way or the other. And then the one-on-ones, the discipleship, the biblical counseling, that's like 6 on average. So 14 one-on-ones are going on. Besides the church services, besides the Bible studies, there's 14 kids. I'll sit down for 45 minutes to an hour and deal with the issues. You know, we had some special activities as well. So this is the request, this is the one-on-ones. Special activities, we did try to do some more, but it's really challenging to do special activities now. But praise God, the Christmas, very happy with how Christmas turned out. We're trying to do a movie night. We'll hopefully do an Easter outreach for YLA, and we'll see about YGC. But Brian is here tonight in the mentoring, and those 96 contacts, Brian, some of them were on the phone playing phone tag. Some of them were, you know, chasing your guys down. And so Brian and Daryl worked very hard at their mentor contacts. And Marilyn Jones continues to be behind the scenes. She's not feeling well tonight. Aftercare went down a little bit for me. I think it's because I'm very busy helping this gentleman over here, who I'll introduce in a minute, but I just wait for people to call me. And the other day, Saturday, got a call from Angel, who used to be in Q, and he says, "Chaplain Rick, did you feel the earthquake?" I said, "No, but you did San Bernardino, Steve. There was 4 Point. He says, yeah. I said, where were you? Oh yeah, I forget what he said. But he says, hey, I'm going to church tomorrow. I'm still going to church. And I started a men's group. I got to get up at 6 a.m. and go to a men's group. So bless his heart. He that stuff like that. The phone rings. You know, that's a kid who heard voices, who thought the devil made him commit his crime. And yes, he's probably schizophrenic, but he's stable. He's working at becoming employed, and he gets regular contact with his mom and dad. And right after that, I got a text from Ivan, who I met at YGC with a mask during COVID, and he opened up. I was the first person that he told about some abuse. And he moved to Bakersfield. I stopped and saw him there, sat at the dinner table with his mom and him and the family, and they moved back to Orange County, and he says, hey, I want to go to Streetlight Church. And so I said, okay, tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Him and his mom walked in right at 4 o'clock. Now, they had to leave early because his ankle monitor was beeping, but he says, I want to keep coming and pray for me and go to court tomorrow. So he's in crisis. He's going to court tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. But he's a young man we spent a lot of time with. So 90 contacts a month. Okay, that's really where we're at. And we have no control of who signs up Protestant. We need to pray. It goes in cycles, but let's just continue to pray that God moves in kids' hearts.